Before just starting this video, I do want to give a disclaimer out there. A lot of people do not like story time, so if this is one of those videos for you guys, then you're not gonna like this video. Raw, unfiltered, and I did block out just some personal information through text messages, timestamps, even to names, fake aliases like the letter M and the letter C, just for people that I do not want to name their actual names in this video. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to be doing another story time for you guys. We call, and sorry, I need to put my phone on silent. Okay, so this story time is kind of hard to talk about. I did already mention that it's hard to talk about, just like the other story time that I did. I'm gonna be sipping some green tea, by the way. This takes place back in high school, of course. I'm gonna be blocking out people's names because, again, I don't want anyone to guess who the people are. For the sake of this story time, I'm going to block out timestamps. I'm going to block out names like I did in my other story time, just so a lot of people don't guess who it is, because they was close to guessing on my last story time. Because I know you guys clicked on this story by the title. Yes, this is going to be one of those story times. The time I caught my ex, who was my boyfriend back way back then, cheated on me with my sister. This was back in high school, and at the time I had two best friends, and I only have one who I've known for like since elementary. That's my only best friend. Just saying, this is not Naraya, not her. I thought was my best friend. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm gonna give her an alias. So I'm gonna give her an initial, M. She's M. This was my best friend at the time. M was my best friend. I knew M since before I went to day and evening in high school. I knew her Westie days, but we really didn't talk like that, you know. We've seen each other in the hallways and stuff. We would say hi to each other here and there, but other than that, that would be that on that, really. Like, we would just say hi, keep it pushing, that's it. Ever since she went to day and evening, we've been hanging out more, and it was her first time at that school. You know, she was a new girl, so me not really talking to anyone, I welcomed her with open arms. We started, you know, talking, hanging out. So because of that, we became friends. I've known her for about, I've known her for about 8 months. That's the time that I knew her. We became good friends, and I considered her to be like a sister to me. We gave each other like that sister label. Hey sis, you know. So I thought, at the time, this was in high school. I met my boyfriend in high school that we all went to. And this is so crazy to me because M and my ex-boyfriend, I'm gonna give him the initial C, M and C, they known each other. I didn't know that this whole time, so I'm gonna get into that later on in the story. So just keep in mind they knew each other. So M, we was texting, and I actually found the messages in my old phone. I did not throw away the old phone because it still had, like, you know, the old SIM card in it. So me and M, we was not in the same class first semester of high school, because like I said, I started before her. So I started before M first semester, was doing my work, did what I had to do. Then later on she came. So second semester, kind of leading on to third semester, is when M came to the school, and me and M had two classes together. We had math class together, and then we also had a science class together. So me and M, you know, we was in class, we would like kind of joke here and there about different things, you know, stuff like that. So M was in the same classes. I'm trying to find his text messages now. Me and M would joke about the teacher and how fast she would talk about certain things, curriculum, and how fast she would talk, and how she won't slow down, and we have to, like, you know, we won't miss the beat with the notes. We have to keep writing down the notes, taking them down quick, because she talk really fast. So it's like, if you miss it, you miss it. If you've been out sick, you have to get the notes from another person. You know, that's just how it was. But if you was in class, you know how fast you talked. Screenshots up right now, right here, ho, because that's what she is, because what she did. So I changed her name in my old phone, but I forgot to delete her number. It's a good thing I didn't, because I was going through the phone just like reminiscing and all that. Then I seen these old messages, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a story time for you guys about this. It's really personal. This is the messages between me and M. This is crazy. So we about different things. She said LMAO, she be having me in class like I can laugh now because we're laughing about the teacher, but like, she's a hoe. I'm not laughing at her, I'm laughing at the teacher, because she used to talk like OG quick. And I said, right, I had her once last semester. I'm glad I passed that class. She was low-key getting on my nerves, and I put like the little Kim Kardashian crying meme. Me every trip when she started talking too fast about the problems, and she laughed at that. You have me weak right now, bro. So, you know, we would talk about different things like that. Before M came to the school, I was single. That's when I met my boyfriend. I'm gonna give him the nickname C, the letter C. That's all he's getting. Me and C been dating for about 3 months and some change. By the time M came to the school, we started dating then. So me and C was dating. I'm not giving any hints to who this person is, because I do not want people to try to investigate and be nosy and be like, oh, she's talking about him, oh, she's talking. Not today. And then M comes into the picture. Like I said, M and C known each other the whole time, but at the time I didn't know that. I'm telling M, oh, this is who I'm talking to, this is my boyfriend, you know, I'm really feeling him. At the time, you know, I'm not at the mindset I was back then. I always did that because, like, you know, over time you grow as a person, you learn, you experience things. So at the time I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be with him for so long, I don't want anyone else. You know, I've been through a lot in middle school when I really haven't. It's like high school. Out of high school, that's when you're really starting life, you know. Oh, I don't want no one else, I just want him, this, that, and the third. Oh, that's my mindset. I'm telling M, we're talking back and forth about, like, you know, boys, our experience with, you know, people we've been dating, people we've been messing with, how it's been bad, you know, girl talk type of stuff. Having girl talk here and there, and we'll come over my house back and forth. I'll go to her house. Girl talk, like, we will really be having fun with each other, really enjoying each other's conversations, really telling each other stuff that, oh, no one knew about each other. So I felt like, you know, that was real. This vibe from her that was real, like something about her just came off real to me. So I thought, she betrayed me like so much, and it's just so hard to think about. That's why I don't have a lot of female friends, because of things like this that I fear from the female and the male. Having our girl talks, and I'm telling her who I'm, you know, seeing, messing with. It honestly should have been warning number one coming from her, because as I'm showing her the picture, and this is probably my mistake and my fault, but you know, at the time I don't want anyone to, like, you know, I want her to know who I'm dating in case she tries to, you know, talk to him and it's like, hold on, like, that's me right there, you know. In my head I'm thinking that. I'm not thinking like, oh, she's gonna take my dude. Where I come from and you're friends with me, we don't do that. Like, you know, friends, we don't do that to each other. Like, you know, it's like, this is me, that's you, off limits, you know. It's common sense. Like, if you're my friend, you don't mess with my boyfriend. Anyway, I'm not trying to go off topic. She said to me, and now that I'm realizing it was kind of like sketchy, and like I should have gave her the eye back then, but like I said, I wasn't thinking anything of it. As I'm scrolling, showing her his picture, in that moment she says to me, as I'm showing her his picture, dang girl, he's cute, do you think he got a friend? You got a good one, don't let him go. She said that to me, and I can't forget those words that came out her mouth, because now that I am like 20 years old and I'm out of high school and like I have like a better mindset, It's like, you was thirsty back then. You was real thirsty. You was trying it. I didn't realize because, like, you know, so naive, thinking like, oh, okay, she wouldn't do that to me. Thinking I know her from the 8 months. I don't. She was single, and I'm like, you want me to see if he has a friend for you? I can call him right now and ask. She's like, yeah, go call him. I'm like, okay. So I'm not thinking anything of it. I call my dude up, and I'm like, what's up? I'm giving kind of small talk, and then I'm like, I'm with my friend, because he asked me, of course, where are you? I'm like, I'm at home, my friend. And then she's like, oh, do you think you could hook her up with a friend? So he was like, what's her name? What school she go to? And all of that information that I'm thinking is for the dude that she's about to get hooked up with. But now I'm really thinking like it was probably information for him, to see what she's looking like, to see what she, you know, like who she is. So me and her like talking to him, she's like, oh, you got a bro for me? You think you could hook me up with a bro? Because, like, you know, you're cute and I hope your friend's cute as you. She tried it. Not once, not twice. Oh, hold on, twice. It gets good. Like, this story gets so freaking juicy. He says that we're laughing it off, and like he's like, all right, I got you. But he didn't say like, oh, give me a number or anything, because I would have been like, you're dumb, we're not doing that. Would have shut it down then. Like, no, he gave me like the information to give to her. So this person that was his friend, his name is Jay. I'm gonna say his name because you guys don't know who that is. So sorry guys, my camera shut off the first time just now. But once M got Jay's information, you know, they started texting, and then eventually they started to talk. So me thinking, okay, M has a whole dude she's talking to, Jay. We can start doing cute stuff together. We can start going on dates, this, that, and the third. My mindset, we talking to each other about each other's, like, you know, relationships and like problems we're having with each other's dudes. Typical girl talk. I'm texting M, and I will put a screenshot up our conversation. And I'm not trying to make this too long, guys, of a video, because I don't have a lot of receipts. I'm just going off of the receipts that I do have on my phone right now that I screenshotted. This situation happened where my dude who I was talking to, I keep saying talking to, my boyfriend at the time, my ex now, who we've been dating at the time, he did this disappearing act with me a couple of times. He wouldn't text back, he wouldn't respond to my calls, he wouldn't pick up my calls. Typical F-boy stuff. This time I didn't see it because I'm so naive, thinking I'm gonna marry this dude, this, that, and the third. No, he really was not getting back to me, and I was beginning to get worried because, like, you know, he was a bad boy, if you will. I knew he would get into certain things, but like he wasn't like a really, really bad boy, but like, you know, he would be into the streets type of stuff. I text M, and I said he just texted back, because I called him, I believe, like 10 times or more at the time. But I just remember back then I called him a couple of times and he wouldn't respond to me on my calls. It would start to ring around the 5th call, and then after the 6th call it went straight to voicemail. The text at the time went from blue to green, and it's like, if you do that, have connection, they don't have any service, or the person blocks you. And it's starting to make sense. C and M, my old best friend, sister, and my ex was like messing with each other on the low. Blocked my calls, you wouldn't pick up because you was with her. I text M and I said, he just texted me back, he's okay. His phone got disconnected and Wi-Fi was acting up. That's what he told me. Wi-Fi was down, because at the time he had 2 phones as well. And I'm thinking he had 2 phones because, you know, to connect to like the hotspot on one phone so it can be able to like to contact me. Being so naive, it's like you have 2 phones because you was being sneaky. Okay, I have to block out some stuff, as you can see here. But right here, and it says, I know she be being a little thought, BAS. So I don't want to like put any profanity on my channel, but you know what BAS means. So that's what that means. I don't know what we was talking about. we was just like, we went off topic. Even before that, she said, thank God, I heard someone just got shot an hour ago, tell him be safe. And I said, thank you, I got you. And then after we started talking some BS, then I said, girl, you and Jay are good together. I don't know why you stressing anything, I'm about to call you. And she said, okay. So after that, we didn't talk about anything that I know of in text. It's like her and Jay had like, you know, their situation going on, and at the time she was kind of like insecure because like there was like obviously like beautiful girls who went to our school, and she would get insecure because she would think like, oh, one of the girls was like trying to try it with him. I would text my dude and he wouldn't respond. So this is a picture of him actually responding when I've been hitting him up for that long. So it just says, yo, he got back to me and he responded back. So that's when I text him what I text her about. Oh, he responded back. Like a whole month. We're still like, you know, talking to the dudes we're talking to. It's a weekend, a Saturday, because I remember this like it was yesterday. Because he's my boyfriend, I'm going over his house, okay? I'm going over C's house. He says, where you at? Right here. Where you at? I said, I'm coming up the stairs now. Laugh out loud. I'm not home yet. Told you give me like 30 and I got you. Pull up then. So in his mind, I guess he expected me to leave from his house, wait for him to get back in 30 minutes, then go back. That didn't make any sense. Me being cool with like his mom and like his family, and he said word with a question mark. I didn't respond back. Not adding up, but okay. But before I enter my dude's house, because like I'm waiting for someone to answer the door, because you know when you're outside of someone's door, I don't know if anyone ever experienced this before, but like when people are home, you hear like commotion in the house a little bit, people talking, like kind of like their voices going in and out. And me and her, I'm like, why tell me he wasn't home and he is? He said he would be home in 30 minutes and this dude really lied. So I text her that while I'm waiting for someone to open the door, because I hear his voice with his mom's voice in the back just talking in the house. Of their house, they have like a little, well, it's not like really a house, it's like a little apartment thing. They have like a little bench inside like the apartment, so it's kind of cool. So I just sat there for 20 minutes waiting for someone to open the door, and I didn't mind waiting, of course, because like I said, I didn't think he was home. I was gonna wait at his house anyway for him to come back. So 20 minutes passed. I had like another 10 minutes for him to get home because I thought he wasn't home. Right in the hallway, and I'm just waiting, and I hear his mom's voice. Then I hear his voice, and that's when I text her what I text her, and she's like, you're in his house now? And I say, yeah, because the door finally opened. And when I got in his house, I was like, oh, why'd you lie to me and say you was at home? You'll be home in 30 minutes. And he was like, oh, I just got back. He made up this whole BS, guys, no lie. He was spitting game. He was like playing his cards on me hard, and I feel so dumb. Why things like this be happening to me? Like I be picking the wrong dudes out the bunch or something, or I just attract the wrong dudes out the bunch. But he said some stuff to me, and like I said, this was around when I was like, I think I just freshly turned 18, 17, going on to like 18, and I'm 20 now. So of course I'm gonna have that young mindset. I still have a young mindset, but like not like before. He spit his game on me, and he said something, I don't know, I can't remember what he said. Like I'm really trying so hard to remember because it's been like a while. It's been a while since that happened. And he said something, so long story short, I'm in the house and you're in his house now, and I say, yeah. And I said, what are you doing? She's not responding. I'm like, girl, you with Jay? And I did like laughing face and like the emoji eyes and the question mark, because it's like, you're not responding to me. You usually like are quick, like in a snap of your fingers to like respond to me. I was thinking like, oh, she's probably with him, that's why she's not responding back to me. I can't make this up if I wanted to. I really cannot make this up if I wanted to. He has like a couch, a little mini couch. It was like a light tan couch. It was brown couch. He has his bed. It's weird. I always like encounter people who has couches in their room. It's so weird. Like, never mind that, but like he has a whole tan couch in his room. He has his TV mounted up on his wall, the best description possible that I remember. And he has this big walk-in closet. It's a bomb walk-in closet. It's bigger than my closet. Like, it's not like a huge walk-in closet, but you can fit a body in there. And as like now realizing as I'm texting, and I thought I was crazy before, but I wasn't, because like it made sense. You know the notification bell on the phone that dings, that you hear some the boop 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 boop, or you hear that ding ding, you hear some type of bell. As I sent her a message to her phone, right after I was done sending it, I'll slightly hear a notification bell. At the time, I wasn't paying attention to it because Netflix was on. M's phone heard the notification bell go off. Didn't think anything of it, because in my head, I'm like, hold on. Am I bugging? Like, why would she be here? Thought, I'm bugging. Like, I'm not hearing her. I'm not hearing that bell. I'm not hearing that bell go off. And his mom was like kind of like looking to the side, and then she went in her room. Because it's like, oh, I caught up phase. And I didn't know it at the time, but now it's all making sense. She gave that, oh, you got caught up phase. Let me go in here. Exit stage left. So I hear the notification bell. I'm thinking I'm crazy. And this is how I found out she was in his walk-in closet. It told me, the little voice in my head, because like I came to my senses after this. The little voice in my head told me like, no, you're not bugging. Because right after you send the message, you hear her phone. And no lie, guys, I went, because he wasn't in his room. I was just in there watching the movie. Time to do some investigating. So I sent her another message. I'm not bugging. I know I'm not bugging. Follow the sounds. Open his drawer, the top drawer, and it's kind of like already half like opened, as if someone just put it in there real quick, because it's like faced on like the back side, and it's kind of like up like that, just hanging. I grab it and it's Shorty's phone. I can't make this up if I wanted to, guys. Like, I wanted to share this story so bad with you guys to know that there's really females out there like that will really do this to you, and that's why I don't rock with a lot of females. Her phone, and it's like dun 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 dun, and I see it's her log. It's her phone. Okay, it has her picture on it and everything. His room's not really big either. The only thing that stands out is that walk-in closet, and it was closed. It was closed, and the lights were off, you know, because he has like the little why my head turned to that closet so fast. And his bed, it's a big bed, but it's because it's like low, no one can hide under it. This is my crazy side thinking. Someone is able to hide in would be that walk-in closet. I black out, and I think that's what I did, but I do remember getting a scratch, right, kind of like on my face, kind of like right here. That is like way gone. Open the closet door, look down, and she's sitting on the floor, and she's like, hold on, wait, it's not even like, oh my. She proceeded to say, hold on, wait, it's not even like, I never seen C run so quick to grab me and scoop me up. He's like, wait. Mom is like speaking Spanish in the background. I don't know what she was saying. And her kind of like a busted lip a little bit, like punched her in her mouth. I think I grabbed her in her mouth and then it punched her. I was so raged I was seeing red. I was hearing alarms. I was so angry. I remember her grabbing my hair because I had like a bun in at the time. She grabbed my bun, took some hair out the bun because she was trying to get me off of her. And they do something to stab you in the back. They lie. I hate a liar. I cannot stand a liar. They manipulate you and think you're crazy and you're bugging. When a boy tells you you're bugging, I'm not doing nothing, why you tripping, you always do this, and you have that gut feeling, listen to it, okay, Linda? Listen to that gut feeling, because that gut feeling is not wrong. Guys, I blacked out. We didn't get into a full fight, but it was like some catty type of quick stuff. Hold on. I'm not about to do this. And because he was kind of holding me too, and she was like, no, it's not even like that. Like, wait, chill, wait. I can explain. When people say, no, wait, it's not even like that, I can explain, wait. They don't want to get hit. They want to talk their way out of it. Oh, you hear stuff like that in movies, like, oh, wait, no, it's not what you think. What is it? You're in his closet. My dude's closet. Like, it's not what you think. You're in his closet sitting down. She was looking really comfortable. She was looking comfy. Like, I just got here. I'm about to take my shoes off, get on your bed, sit next to you, come kiss you, come rub up on you, like, comfy. She was comfy like that. And you have like some short poom pooms on, like, why you there? Can you be my sis, my good sis? How can you be my good sis and be in my dude's closet? So after that, she never texted me back. She read my message. She read the message. She seen it because it says seen. He kept blowing on my phone and it was annoying. I wasn't trying to hear it because, like, at this point, I got on the bus because, like, I've been texting for some time. I don't want to argue on the bus. There's like a lot of people that be gonna stress me out. If I pick this phone call up, we're just gonna argue. For what? What's the point? Like, does that make it any better? Like, she still touched your body. She was in the house. Who else knows what y'all was doing? He was blocked after that, so I didn't get any messages, any phone calls from him. I was just over it, just so hurt, just so mad. Thinking about it, it just brings back some horrible emotions because, like, for a person to go through that, especially at a young age, that changes you. That really messes with your mental. It's like, oh, like, if he claimed that he cared for me, it's like, what if someone who comes along the road now and claims that they care for me, I'm gonna have like trust issues because I went through something like that because of him. That really made me really indecisive. Like, I couldn't make my mind up if I wanted to mess with a person. It was just really horrible. Like, that had a really big effect on my relationship life because that was just really horrible. I can't even imagine that I even went through that. But, like, to actually be friends with a female and for her to smile in your face and act like she don't know your dude, and then ask to be put on with someone as if, like, she don't, you know, like, she's not trying to try anything, but behind closed doors, I find her in a closet. It causes a lot, you know, it really causes a lot. I do not know where this female is, nor do I know where the male is. I think that they had a baby together, if I'm not mistaken. Not too long ago, probably like a year and some change ago, tried to contact me again. He tried to follow me on Instagram and all that, and, like, you know, say like, oh, we haven't talked to each other in so long. And when I brought up like what he did to me, he tried to be ignorant and not shed light to what happened. Thank you guys so much for watching this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back with more story times in the future.